There are dozens of CI/CD tools out there: Jenkins, GitHub Actions, GitLab CI, Argo CD, Tekton, Circle CI, but do you actually know what type of pipeline you're using? In this video, I'll break down every type of CI/CD pipeline used in the DevOps world, how they work, who uses them, and which one you should learn if you want to stand out as a DevOps or SRE engineer. By the end of this video, you'll not only understand the differences between traditional, declarative, GitOps, and event-driven pipelines, but you also know which one power real companies like Netflix, Spotify, and Google. Let's start with the basics. CI/CD stands for Continuous Integration and Continuous Delivery or Deployment. In simple terms, it's how developers push code from their laptops to production, automatically, safely, and repeatedly. In traditional DevOps, a CI/CD pipeline automates building and testing code, packaging it into containers or artifacts, deploying it to environments like staging and production. But the way that automation happens and who controls it changes everything. That's why there are different types of pipelines. First up, the OG of CI/CD. Jenkins was built way before containers became mainstream. It's a server-based pipeline orchestrator that gives you maximum control. Think of Jenkins as the self-hosted automation factory. It runs on your server, connects to your GitHub repo, and executes scripts you define in a Jenkins file. So what are the pros? It's highly customizable and has tons of plugins. The cons? You manage everything yourself. Scaling, security, updates. It's not exactly cloud native. Still, many enterprises, especially financial firms, rely on Jenkins because of its flexibility and history. Next, we move to integrated CI/CD platforms like GitHub Actions or GitLab CI. These are built inside your code repositories, so you don't need to set up extra servers. Your YAML workflow lives right next to your code. This type of pipeline is called event-driven CI/CD. Every time you push or open a pull request, an event triggers a job. GitHub Actions is huge with open source projects, and GitLab CI is popular with companies that want everything in one place: source code, pipelines, and artifacts. These tools are simpler, cloud-hosted, and great for small to mid-sized teams, but less customizable for complex enterprise workflows. Now we move to the modern era: GitOps pipelines, led by tools like Argo CD and Flux. GitOps flips traditional CI/CD on its head. Instead of your pipelines pushing code to production, your cluster pulls configurations from Git. With Git as a single source of truth, your environment always matches what's declared in your version control. So this is perfect for Kubernetes and cloud-native systems. Argo CD isn't running tests or builds. It focuses on the CD part, that's deployment and synchronization. It continuously watches Git, compares the desired state and the actual state, and it applies changes automatically. Companies like Adobe use GitOps to manage thousands of microservices safely. Then there's Tekton, built by Google. It's a fully Kubernetes native CI/CD framework. Unlike Jenkins or GitHub Actions, Tekton uses Kubernetes custom resources to define every pipeline step. This makes it incredibly portable, scalable, and secure. Tekton powers other CI/CD systems like OpenShift pipelines and Jenkins X. If you are building internal DevOps platforms or enterprise-grade CI/CD systems, Tekton is what gives you that Lego-like flexibility. So which one should you learn or use? Here's how I break it down. Jenkins for legacy, heavy enterprise or on-prem systems. GitHub for SaaS-based teams and open-source projects. Argo CD for Kubernetes native environments. Tekton for cloud-native platforms and DevOps infrastructure builders. If you're aiming for SRE or platform engineering roles, focus on Argo CD and Tekton. If you're a developer or a smaller startup, GitHub Actions is perfect. The future is declarative and AI assisted. We are moving away from clicking deploy buttons to defining pipelines as code, and even letting AI optimize them. Imagine GitHub Copilot or Azure AI suggesting pipeline optimizations, detecting broken tests, or auto-generating deployment YAML. That's where DevOps automation is headed. If you found this breakdown helpful, hit that like button and comment below which CI/CD tool your team uses. And if you're serious about mastering real-world DevOps projects, check out my Ultimate DevOps Project course, link in the description. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.